I got this wrecked 2007 Honda CBR600RR track bike for free. It was crashed in 2011 and sat untouched in storage until this day, right now, 15 years later. This bike was laid down several times and there's no shortage of damage to fix. Bent handlebars, seized rear brakes, bent headlight stay, and dented tank. All the front end components are completely loose, and a lot of aftermarket and broken wiring. This bike has seen better days, but if I can save it, this will be the craziest bike I've ever rebuilt. It's a legit track bike, full titanium Leo Vince exhaust, a quick shifter with reversed gearing, tuned with a Power Commander 3, front and rear adjustable Öhlins race suspension, a Woodcraft slipper clutch, GPR stabilizer, Brembo brakes, and much more. And the owner of this bike gave it to me for free just to see it get a new life. But I gotta wonder, how did it get like this? And why is he giving it to me for free? Okay, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but somebody hit me up on Instagram and said they want to gift me their CBR600RR. The only thing is it's in San Jose, which is like 2.5 hours from here. I'm gonna take the truck and drive over to San Jose together. I've never met this dude in my life. It's allegedly clean title, allegedly it's on non-op. It is crashed and said it has like a bent rim and some other damage, so probably pretty bad, but I've never seen a picture of it. We'll see how it goes. Please, thoughts and prayers, here we go.
Hey brother.
What's up, dude? How are ya? You ready for some fun?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, dude.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Are you serious? This is gonna be amazing. During our trip, I found out the owner of this bike, Amit, bought it brand new in 2007 as his very first bike. After returning home from serving in the military, this bike became his way of getting reconnected back home. He started going on group rides and he quickly became part of the track community and eventually began racing it for real. So he started seriously modifying the bike to shave down lap times. But of course, eventually the bike was laid down for the last time and never got fixed. But this bike meant the world to him, and getting it restored is very symbolic for him. So my goal here is to get it looking brand new, as close to how he remembered it as possible. So the drive was going great.
We are halfway to San Jose, California.
But when we were about 30 minutes away from San Jose, the truck broke down. All right, well, the truck decided to just break down. Of all places to break down, maybe this is the best option here. Luckily, Amit had AAA with a free 200-mile tow he happily let me use.
It's all good.
30 minutes later, the tow truck driver arrived and took us to the next town, Gilroy, where we rented a truck and got back on the road. Got all the stuff we need for the bike. Anyway, we're back on the road. I tried going back home. It feels like I'm on a trip with a friend, you know, making some memories. All right, you guys, we made it. We are here in San Jose, California. Bike is behind this garage door. Here we go. It's an old unit.
And it's been a long time. It's like they probably.
As far as I know, this was Amit's first time seeing the bike since 2011 when he stashed it here. And this was my first time ever seeing
Also,
it.
did you want like these track plastics?
I'll take everything you got, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
So we cleared out a few things that were in the way, and I finally got my first good look at the bike. Good. Yeah, you got track slicks on this thing. You were not kidding. And he wasn't kidding when he said he raced this thing. It had some serious modifications, was propped up on race stands, and had a big pile of race slicks stacked next to it, along with the track fairings and other racing parts he had on the side. But as sketchy as the bike looks right now, seeing how he stored it correctly, indoors and on stands, is probably gonna be the thing that ends up saving it. Oh yeah, I see.
This is some tape.
Very minor though. You know, when you said the wheels were bent, I expected like a whole thing to be.
The front one may have a ding, like.
That garage was basically like a cryo chamber for it. And here we are 15 years later in the future, bringing it back home. Yeah, we're good in the back. All right, bottoming out. All right. I'm glad we didn't try that in a lifted truck. No. With the bike loaded up, we hit the road once again. It's crazy to think this is the first time the bike has seen sunlight in 15 years. So here it is, finally back home. This is a 2007 CBR600RR, a 600cc sport bike with 118 horsepower and 49 pound-feet of torque stock, with those specs bumped up a little from the mods he did. And this bike only weighs 412 pounds. But yeah, he was not lying when he said he was tracking this thing and legitimately racing this thing. So I'm sure this bike has seen some abuse. Yeah, hopefully there's not too many big surprises. We'll just see what we're in for. But right now I'm excited just to throw a battery in here, see how many miles are on this thing, see if it'll actually fire up. It was garaged very nicely. So my hope is it just kind of fires up. This is the battery I bought for it. Do I need to like fill this up with acid or something? Like, what? It's ready to install. That's wild. I have never seen something like this. All right, well, let's throw it in. This is the moment we find out if it's a good bike or not. All right, here we go. No freaking way. Fuel indicator actually reads. Gear indicator reads. No way. I think he just covered up the check engine light there. That's funny. No freaking way. This thing has 15,000 miles on it. And according to him, 7,000 of that was from the street. All the rest was track and racing. So this bike has seen some track time for sure. This thing might just fire up. Plenty of oil in it. It is the old oil, but screw it. It'll run for at least a little while. Rear brake is completely locked up, so we can only run it in neutral for now. Let's see if she'll fire up. No way. No way. Oil is circulating how it should. No freaking way. It runs well too. HEST light is on, which is why you put tape over it. As janky as it is, it just fires right up. Today's task is just getting all the damaged stuff off of it so we can put the new stuff on. And we need to lay out all the parts that he gave me with the bike just so we know what we have. So then we'll know what we need to order. And I'm just gonna start slapping the whole thing back together. Let's do it. My first task of the project is to remove all the damage. And I'll start with the headlight stay. This is for like a track fairing setup here, but we're converting it back to stock now. Here we go. So the owner had the OEM headlight stay bracket already. So that was super cool. Well, the clips is gone from it. And that missing screw became a theme throughout this project, trying to find hardware. But hey, if some missing hardware is the biggest problem on this build, that's no problem at all. All right, it's officially time to lay out all the parts he gave me. The guy had almost every part for the bike he had taken off. I almost didn't believe him when he said he had everything and that it was all in great shape. Man, look at these headlights, dude. Pristine. So the previous owner unearthed the fairings from his parents' house and brought them over here. He said they were in pristine condition. They actually were. And at first, I will admit, when I first saw silver and blue through the bubble wrap, I didn't think I'd like the color scheme, and I started looking for better fairing kits. But as I got it all opened up, I quickly changed my mind. It looks really good. So if they work, we'll roll with it. Over the course of more than 15 years of storage probably, these tank protectors, all the adhesive liquefied and the tank protectors just slide right off and they left a big sticky residue behind. It makes my job easier because I didn't have to actually scrape this off or anything. It's actually kind of peeling the paint here. That's not good. Anyway, I'll clean it up and see how it looks. Hopefully we can save it. He obviously dropped it once here. Couple scratches on that side. Not unusable though. And just, dude, look at these headlights. They literally look brand new. We got taillights and turn signals here. New set of brake pads, might use those, we'll see. Looks like he has some frame sliders and miscellaneous hardware and stuff in here. Thermostat? I have no idea what that is. And dude, I have not seen one of these flashlights since like 2001. Absolute throwback tonight. He also had the stock clutch cover and the stock rear sets, foot pegs, shifter. He has the horn and some other miscellaneous stuff in here. And I'm very glad he also had the kickstand for the bike too. Who gives this all to somebody? I can't believe that. I'm just grateful tonight, man. This is amazing. like one big midnight puzzle. Not too bad so far. Start slapping brackets and stuff back in, and hopefully it'll all just kind of bolt up. All right. Brake switch is not working. All right, yeah, brake switch is not working, but it doesn't even have turn signal controls on the handlebars, so I can't test these. Also, I don't know why, but these brake calipers are completely loose in here. I might even use these clip-ons, I'm not sure, but we'll see if we can even fix them or if they're damaged or whatever, but I'm just gonna tighten them up for now at least. Oh yeah. Oil change time. All right. Perfect torque. Whoever torqued this down last did a perfect job. Oil was right in between the lines to start with. Looks dirty, but not bad. Besides being dark, it's perfectly clear. So that's all that matters. That's great. Dude, I cannot believe that there's not one little white lie that the dude has told me. 100% honesty. Super uncommon experience for that to be the case. Let's check the coolant, and then we're ready to actually run this thing for a while. See if it'll warm up to temperature, fans kick on, all that good jazz. Gotta make sure this thing runs before I actually do anything to it. And we're gonna continue to de-trackify this bike. I realized I'm building the ultimate street bike. I'm converting a serious track bike back to being street legal. So it's a track bike you can legally ride. Gonna be sweet. Oil change done, kickstand goes on. The next thing I'm gonna address right now is this rear wheel is pretty much locked up. So let's dig into the rear braking system and see what's wrong. It's completely loose and then rock solid. So that just means the caliper is just clamped on and stuck like that. Just to get these pistons to start loosening up, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of lubricant in here. And I'm gonna keep deleting these little safety pins here since it's no longer a track bike. Track days are over for this thing. Curious if I could just bleed the brakes really quick. Did that actually loosen up the brakes though is the question. Oh, hey, check that out. Look at that. That unstuck the brakes just by doing that. Yeah, and the pedal actually feels like a normal pedal again. That's crazy. There must have just been like some blockage somewhere. Just needed to pull out. I usually don't recommend pulling out, but it's what this one needed. New mirrors, new hand grips, and I think I'm gonna go full Power Ranger and actually like match them to the bike. I might end up going full black on those, but we'll see. Also, we didn't have left side control switches, which we now have. So we'll get this installed along with the new bars for the clip-ons. I figure if he's using expensive clip-ons already, as long as they're good, we can just replace the bars and put all the new hardware on it, and then new levers as well. First up though, let's get the handlebar situation figured out. So here's the handlebars. They have these little holes here. I'm just gonna get some masking tape, mask over them really quick, and then transfer these holes onto the new bar. Well, it seems like they wanted to do a permanent horn delete on this thing. I know where this is supposed to go, but I can't find the wiring for it anywhere. You can always freaking rev out to make people hear you, but there are times you kind of want to use a horn. And the kickstand wiring, I couldn't find that either. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm gonna lift up the tank, see if we can find some stuff. Okay, well, I know that I'm not gonna find anything under here now. Okay, now that we got the wheel unstuck, I wanna see if the transmission will actually work. The coolant is the last maintenance item besides bleeding the brakes. Fire it up, see what happens. Oh wow, yeah, that works. Let's see if the quick shifter works. The quick shifter display is powered on. No, we're still on first. Let's see if it just clicks in a second. No, what the frick? Oh, what? No way, quick shifter does work. Holy crap. This is a legit track bike. He reversed the gearing, so you click it down for higher gears. That's crazy. That's gonna be trippy for my brain to adjust to. All right, well, we know the transmission works great. Freaking quick shifter works amazing. I'm gonna have to get used to that.
We've known each other longer. Yeah, I think that
For this coolant change, I'm using Xerox Asian Blue. It's a silicate and borate-free formula, which is what this motorcycle uses. As long as it has the right formulation for your specific vehicle, coolant is coolant. 222 degrees. Fan should be kicking on by now. The radiator fan wasn't kicking on. All right, so yesterday I found out that the radiator fan was not turning on. It was pressed pretty firmly against the radiator. So I think in the crash, it must have shifted. So I need to get this back off of the radiator somehow and see if it'll kick on with no resistance on it. So let's go ahead and get this fixed. If unsticking the fan doesn't solve it, we'll have to dig into wiring, fuses, and relays next. First things first, I started making some spacers for it to get it unstuck. All right, we have a free spinning fan now. Let's run it up to temperature again and just see if it kicks on. But before I actually started the bike again, I went ahead and actually checked all the fuses and plugged in my new sportbike diagnostic scanner to read live data as the bike is running. This will tell us if the fan is supposed to be on when it gets up to temperature. I honestly think it's a good sign that we didn't have any codes related to the fan or the cooling system though. I think the fan might have just been stuck. Yeah, radiator is freakishly hot. It's 218, should kick on in about 2 degrees. 1 degree, 219, 220. Should kick on right now. It kicked on. Fan is on, everybody. Let's go. That was the last thing that I needed to work for this whole bike to run. That is amazing. Got the fan running. It just turned off, but we are 212 degrees. That's exactly what it should be doing. So our fan does in fact work. That is amazing. All right, we're at 219, 220. And there goes the fan. Heck yeah, dude. So it was just stuck, but it's fully functional. That is such good news. All right, next up, let's get the brakes bled. Got 4 brake fluid. Let's fill her back up and bleed it out. There's nothing too magical about this process, and normally I'd do it like pump, crack, bleed, pump, crack, bleed, and do that. But that's gonna take too long, and I actually found my vacuum bleeder. So let's go ahead and see if we can just do it with this. That would be way easier and faster. All right. I'm gonna see if this tire will hold air. There is a little bit of a ding there. That's the only damage on the wheel though, so I'm gonna see if it holds air. I don't care. Let's do it. Holds air, great. Just swap the tires out and we're good. But now, next up, I need to figure out why the brake light is actually not working. You can hear the click of the brake switch, so it should be working. The Brembo brakes obviously were different wiring than the stock wiring, so they spliced it in right here. Not sure if this maybe is the issue. Obviously, if you pull the brake lever, nothing happens. So I found the foot brake switch right here, which actually does work. So if I pull this, it does have a brake light. It just doesn't work from the handlebars. So I need to figure out why the handlebar switch is not working. The foot brake I can roll without, so that's not even a big deal. As long as you have the handlebar brake light working, that's all that matters. I've confirmed that the Brembo switch itself is good. Goes from 1 to 0, 1 to 0. So it's something upstream. I think as far as wiring here is a little off. Since the rear brake's not being used for anything, I think I'm gonna try to run it to the front and use the switch on the handlebars to activate this brake. Come on, just work, please. Yes, we have a functioning brake light. We got turn signals. We don't have a horn, but that's how it goes. It's probably why the brake light didn't work, honestly. So we added functionality and we got rid of an unnecessary item down there. And we're fully road legal now. all the damage is replaced. We just need some new tires on this thing, new chain and sprockets, and then just put the thing back together, and we're running and driving, dude. We're relocating this thing over here. The guy gave me this thing, which I've never used one of these, but I guess you just put it right in there like that, and then break this thing. Now I focused on swapping out the old track tires, sprockets, and chain for a new set.
Ocean to ocean and all in between. It's out there just waiting on you and me. Take it in, we got no plans. Good things come to those who can. Live moment to moment and all in between.
In place of the old tires, I'm putting on some Pirelli Angel tires with the help of my dad, who bought a tire changing machine for himself last year and was gracious enough to help swap and balance the tires for me at 11 p.m. that night. Thanks, Dad. With the new tires fitted, I brought the wheels back home to put graphics on. But the first step is to make sure the wheels are ready. So I gave the wheels a good old-fashioned landlord special and repainted as many chips and scratches as I could, and I cleaned them up.
Troubles yesterday. Look alive, 'cause while I was waiting for you, paradise is on the other side of the road. We don't know, taking a long way.
This kit is currently my absolute favorite graphics for motorcycle wheels, and I've been using them on pretty much everything. Only $28 and 2-day shipping. And I think MotoGP graphics are kind of fitting for this bike. And man, do the wheels look so much better than they did before. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and just do a brake pad replacement. Previous owner actually had these racing pads, and these are dated from October 6th, 2011. I'm sure these are nice racing pads, but they're just so old. I went ahead and bought a budget brake pad replacement. These will be totally fine for the street, and they're new. That's the biggest thing here. I'm glad I had this bike apart because both axles and all the bearings and bushings were bone dry and desperately needed grease. And just when everything was going back together perfectly, it came time to change the front sprocket out, and the bolt holding it was very stuck. I started gently and then went harder and harder and harder and harder, trying to break it free. Eventually, I was forced to wedge the wheel with a steel bar and use a breaker bar on it. This would either snap the bolt off inside the transmission or it would crack it loose. Luckily,
Thank you.
it just cracked it
I think
loose.
we got it. Dude. I was probably putting 150 pounds on the freaking breaker bar, and the wheel was... One chain that got delivered was the wrong size. That was a higher quality chain. Freaking Caltrick one that was 2 weeks delayed behind shipping comes, it's the right size, but it's the cheapest chain I have freaking ever seen in my life. I am not gonna roll with it. So it's time to start piecing this bike together. I'm gonna start with the headlights. They're halogen bulbs from factory in 2007. Let's do an LED conversion on the headlights really quick, start throwing the bike back together. All right, let's see what the wiring is hiding on the headlight side. I'm hoping all the stock connectors are where they need to be. Definitely will let these dry out for a little bit. This one's all chewed up. That's not good. Well, we got connectors, that's good. Nice. Oh, nice. That looks super good. I guess high beam is just permanently on.
Hey guys, Chris Vick here.
So on with assembling the whole bike. There was a lot of hardware to sort through and some hardware missing, and several little things like torn up wires, hidden connectors, and small fitment issues that I fixed behind the scenes.
Last piece officially going on. These must have been something for track related purposes. But anyway, I have no use for them, so I'm just gonna hide them away. All right, simple as that, looks a lot better. This right here is actually for the quick shifter. This unit actually allows you to program the time it cuts the fuel out for shifting. So you can make shifts slower or faster. Tank protectors can be pretty nasty. Okay, it's come time to install the mirrors. And as usual, I am using these. These are $29 on Amazon. You cannot get better hardware than this for like 30 bucks. Well, I was going to install this frame slider, but it hits the fairing here, and I realized this is actually supposed to be installed up here. So I need to unscrew the engine bolt, slide this up, so this can get installed right here. So now I have to take the lower fairing off just to unscrew this bolt, just to move this up like an inch. But we're gonna get this frame slider installed one way or another, so let's do it. That's not about making it look perfect. It's not going to be. But I want to make it look as good as I can, for sure.
I took some time to ceramic coat the entire bike, which really helped hide the scratches and hydrated the old plastic parts. But of course, it's not going to be perfect. And with the story of this bike, I wouldn't really want it to be. But it looks pretty dang close. Considering where this bike started, it came a long way. After 16 years not running. I think we should go on the first ride. Let's do it.
How scared are you, 1 to 10?
Pretty scared.
This is a track bike.
Oh gosh, I'm shifting the wrong way. Dude, that slipper clutch. You could just let the gears go and it feels like it rev matches. That's ridiculous. Whoa! It just feels good too. This is crazy. This is like the ultimate street bike. Track performance, but it's street legal. I'm stoked to see what he's gonna think of this thing.
So Amit came over to check out the bike, and it was clear to me how much it meant to him. and he made it clear that he didn't need the bike back. His racing days were long behind him now, and giving me this bike was his way of moving on from that chapter. This project was kind of closure for him, and even after seeing it now, he still wanted me to keep it and to get it back on the road where it belongs. Something very cool he told me was that the racing number he chose, 82, he picked as a throwback to the 82nd Airborne, his unit in the military.
This is like amazing.
It looks brand new. You know, and I know it's super hard.
It is hard.
For the
really
whole project.
So ends this bike's racing days, and now begins its new life back on the streets, looking brand new like it was 20 years ago. So there we have it, the craziest bike I've ever rebuilt. This bike truly goes to show that what might seem like the end, sometimes it's just the start of something new and better. Rock bottom can be the foundation you build a new life on. Man, this bike sounds amazing. It's nimble and quick, and it just looks awesome. And what a great story in the end. Amit, thank you so much for reaching out and letting me give this bike a new life. Much love to everybody watching at home. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. And now, on to the next one.
Sounds great.